Hey guys, this is a video again sort of showing you how to make your drop feel a little bit bigger, and it's something that people have requested for a while now, and it's the white noise sound that goes through the drop, so in the build up, and it goes through the drop. And there's been a few people that have just asked me, how do I do my white noise through your main drop and your chorus section, because theirs doesn't seem to quite sound as rich and creamy, they keep saying. So I'll show those people who are struggling to get that nice white noise sound through their main drop, and I'll show you what I do. So so this is the sound that we're talking about here. Just down there. This is what it sounds like, and I'll show you how I made it. So that white noise, I use it in the build up, and then I use it through the first section in the drop here. So this is how I make it. I make it most of the time in massive. I just bring this up here. Okay, so the first thing I do is, this is the exact same massive that I was actually using in that example, just so that I don't miss anything out like I've been doing a lot lately. So the first thing you want to do is, when you start up your default massive, is you just turn off that oscillator one there. These other ones here are automatically turned off. Anyway, just go down to your noise oscillator, push that up to filter 1, make sure it's on white, which it is by default, turn the colour right up, turn the amp up, filter 1, go to low pass 4, have that pressed up, and then again I use this macro here to control a few settings, and I'll show you what they are, because if you've got massive, then you can probably you can just pause the tutorial as you go, and you can copy the exact same settings that I'm using here right now, and you will get the same sound. So the low pass 4, again, this will all be in HD and zoomed in, so you can make it out pretty easily. Cutoff is almost down the very bottom. The resonance is down to the bottom here. Again, we just use the macro 1. You click on this little cross here, you click and drag it up to this box, so then you drop it in the box, click and drag this number again and up, so the yellow line goes all the way around. This one here, the yellow line, is only going to go up to here, and that's all. And then you just come into the effects, and there's just two things to do here. Have the chorus on. Okay, so the chorus, make sure the dry wet knob is pulled all the way down. Again, keep dragging the same crosshair from macro 1 into this box here, and then click and hold on number 1 and drag up until the yellow line gets to about here, about 9 o'clock. And that's all that one there is. And then go to the EQ, make sure you turn the blue button so it's on. That's with that one there as well, make sure the blue button is on. Okay, now the low shelf, we again, we just use that same macro, and we put it in that box there and drag it down till that yellow line goes to there. And then the same with the high shelf. Now then, what I do is, as I build up, I'll show you the automation, but as I just basically, as I push this one knob all the way around, all these knobs here are going to follow that yellow line, okay, to where it ends. So in other words, the EQ, what I've got here is, as I'm building up, as the sound is filtering up, the filter is opening, I'm getting a little bit more resonance pushed into the sound. The low shelf is sort of like, it's high passing the sound, because one of the main points is to get that real nice white noise sound through the drop is you need to take a whole lot of low end out. Okay, so again, I'm taking the low end out as it's at its peak, and I'm actually increasing the high shelf so it sits above all the synths and all your main drop elements. Okay, so that's one of the main things really. That's probably one of the most important things, is make sure when your white noise is going through your drop, make sure you're filtering out the lows and maybe giving a little boost in the high end. Okay, so that's just what's happening in this little EQ section here in massive. If I was to just simply do it in a normal EQ, it would be something like this. Roll off the low ends to like 200 and give a boost in the high shelf. Okay, that's the same thing that we're looking at doing if you don't have massive. let me just bypass that. And the last thing I do here is I use a sample delay, and it just spreads the sound on the edge of the speakers. Okay, so I never have it right down the middle. I always have my white noise as wide as I can, and I use the sample delay here in Logic. And this is what it sounds like by itself. Okay, so that's what it sounds like by itself, and I'll play the clip with it in again. What I was going to say was, this is the modulation right here. Okay, so that's the building up. That's just that macro 1 knob. That's just this one here. That one there. That's just that one building up like that. Okay, so that's all that automation here is doing. So when it gets to this main drop point here, okay, everything's fully open. And this is it again. Okay, so I hope that helps those guys out who wanted to know how I made my white noise go through my main drop section. So just follow those settings. But if you don't have Massive and you don't use Logic, the key is get white noise, add a tiny bit of resonance, make sure you filter out the lows, boost up towards the high end just a touch, and spread it out on each of your speakers with some sort of stereo enhancement tool. Like I say, I use the sample delay, and Logic is perfect for it. Alright, that's basically it, and I'm pretty sure that my first release comes out tomorrow on on Beatport. So please, if you've got time, go and buy it. That would be good, and then that will keep me making lots of tutorials for you guys. Alright, thank you.